Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Stage Racer, episode number 91. We're into our fitness peak. It's stage 2 of 5 for the Tour of the Alps. Big climb in the middle. Look over the profile, stage 1. Yeah, nothing to it on that one, but stage 2. Here we are. Big climb. Short little punchy one at the end, but this Category 1 climb will leave most of the field behind. And with the descent, nobody's catching up during that time. It's a short gap to cover from there. It's still a good little distance. I mean, there's a good 40K from here to the end with almost 20 of it on descent. But that leaves a good 16 kilometers for groups to come back together. So hopefully the group is dismantled enough that it's spread out all over the place with big gaps. And we have just enough in the front group to hold everyone else at bay. Stage 3, a little punchy one. Stage 4, a little punchier, almost climbing stage. With stage 5, a double climbing one. It's really hard to get away on this stage. And it is my teammate, Egan Bernal, who leads after stage 1. 100K to go, and we've actually had an interesting stage here. The breakaway, just 4 riders, are really down to just the last 2. It was much larger than 4. We've shattered the breakaway group. We've shattered a good chunk of the peloton. We're already down to 79 riders in the peloton halfway through the stage, and we've only had one small climb. It has been a hot and heavy pace from kilometer 0. That is something I really like because it's doing a lot of damage to the field. It's leaving a smaller group long before we ever get to the climb. And a lot of the riders behind us now, no chance of coming back as we're getting even smaller. We've caught the breakaway group. We're down to 68 riders now in the peloton, and it's getting smaller and smaller all the time. So, that's fantastic. The bad news, Bernal winning stage 1, well, he gets the bulk of the support as he's in the leader's jersey. So, my objective, win the stage. But he's the leader of the overall, and it's Egan Bernal. So, he's got the entire team at his back with the exception of myself and Osorio working for me. So, the bad news is I have one support rider. The other good news, besides the race blowing up till this point, is that of all the riders on the team, Bernal has a -2. Everybody else has a positive race day condition. For me, I have the highest, with the exception of one rider, and that's the one rider working for me. So Osorio and I have the best form of anyone on the team. So even though I only get one rider, I got a good one. And we are cruising our way up this hill. Okay, sorry. Let's rephrase that. Mountain. 10K to go. The only downside is, though, I can't really attack and blow this field up. I mean, the 74 are still 74. I've got to rely on... See, Dunbar's the only one working at the front, and he is the one working at the front. But he's not doing that much damage to himself. So now, with 6.5K, I'm going to have to use Osorio. See, Dunbar already just sat up. 5K to go. There's got to be some push and pull. We're down to 67 now. This is way too many riders. At this point, I'm planning on taking the points at the top. Still, 62 riders. Alright, set myself up. 1K to go. Okay, now I'm going to set the pace. Go over the top. Sit up.
Oh my, the guys up front
29 riders left. Finally, we get it down. But the 12 behind us, 17 behind us, they're not far. Okay. Sorio, you're going to go back to protect so that you can recover. That puts Dunbar back on the front. And we still have our full team with just 29 riders in the peloton.
Over the top, the riders breathe a sigh of relief and hope to recover a bit on the way down.
One fully recovered was easily. Landa, Bernal, Reggio, and Kwiatkowski are all fully recovered. Osorio getting close, but we're back up to 46 riders. Dunbar on the front. He himself recovered, meaning he's really not pushing much of a pace. That last little climb is definitely going to split things up again, though. Again, the only downside for me is I only have one rider working for me, so I'm not going to get much of a lead out in the way I want to. This is sprint train finish. That's how I see it, but kind of quick step now on the front. 8K to go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you sliding backwards? Hey! Come on. Don't do that now. You're just suddenly going to let 30 riders go ahead of you? None of them look like they're trying to attack, right? Alright, 4.5K. We're going to go effort up. I've still got Osorio protecting me. And actually, what I should be doing instead of riding forward.
And off he goes. He's giving it one last go.
Follow Osorio, and Osorio, they're already attacking, so Lopez and Moss, Menkes, good pace from Osorio. It's not allowing them to get very far away at all, and those guys are going to be way tired compared. Still 44 chasing, though, so Osorio has not dropped everyone. Come on, give me a 99. You're on your yellow bar. Still there. Okay. Alright, it's time to go.
There goes the sprint. The strong men are giving their all.
Still 28 seconds. We're not going to catch them. 200 meters.
Fabulous.
Moss wins. Lopez second. I should have third here. Come on now. 20 seconds behind, though. And no help from my teammates at all. That was the downside with this stage all along. We as a team should have absolutely demolished the field. And if I had full control of the team, we would have had a 1-2-3 finish. With Moss and Lopez fighting with us, maybe Gegenhardt. But outside of that, we would have crushed the field. Instead, we end up in 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th, 14th, all riding solo. No one working for anyone. I got a little bit of a lead out from Osorio. He still managed 18th, but what a waste. And 20-second gap. I could have gone sooner. I really thought the climb at the end was supposed to be more intense than this. But Osorio was pushing, what, a 93? It's not like he was going slow. '30th is where the first time gap is given, besides the two guys at the front. So Moss and Lopez lead. Bernal is now 20 seconds behind. So I move up to 6th place. I pick up 4 seconds. But Bernal is still ahead of me in the standings. Could this be our first? Okay, I've got the KOM lead now. Stage 5. Stages 1, 3, and 4 were all punchy stages. But they weren't the kind of punchy stages that had punchy finishes. They were just hills along the way. So those were all quick sims. Bernal won that first stage. I placed well in the others. Enough so where I'm now in 4th place. But Moss, Lopez, they've got that advantage. They're about a half minute up from that stage 2 result that they had. The team, we're in 4th, 5th, 6th, like 9th overall, so we're well placed in the field. But it's those top couple positions that are a bit of a threat. Now, Osorio is getting water right now. And, okay, there he is. What I want happening currently is I want these guys to follow me, and let's speed up so we don't lose any pace. Oh, that was not Dennis. I don't have Landa or Reggio, but here comes Osorio with the water. I'm waiting for him. But as soon as he gets to the front and finishes his task and is unleashed, come on, get through. He is... we're going to unleash this on the next part. We're going over the top here, and it's already down to 47, 46 riders. But I'm going to try to shatter the field a bit more before we go in. So, I've already got Bernal following me, and deselect you. Alright, Bernal, we're going to save you for later, definitely. But Osorio and Kwiatkowski are going to put a hurting on this peloton, shrink it down. My guys are better climbers than most of the others. I don't want to waste them, though. Dunbar, I'm not worried about. Landa, Reggio should be able to make it through this climb without getting dropped. Osorio, we're going to have to save a little bit. What do we got? A little downhill, and then it's going to get steep.
It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
I want the peloton to be very small already at the top of this climb, which 46 is pretty small, but okay, Kwiatkowski's turn. Osorio, hopefully, has enough energy left. Peloton's starting to shrink now. 39 riders. We've nearly caught the break.
The pack is back on level terms with the breakaway group.
We're going to keep on going here. A lot of riders are going to get caught out by that. Group of 3 breakaway. They're going to have to chase hard to catch us now. And they've done so.
The group is slowly thinning out due to such a frantic pace.
Don't get dropped. I'll keep right on riding here a little bit longer. Take the KOM points. And it's going to keep the field. You can see it's down to 12 riders now. Okay, I'm going to start to sit up, but not totally. Now it's just 4 riders in pursuit. I would imagine those 15 behind us are all going to come back together, though. Okay, we are on the descent. Sure, we're recovering here. We're actually a minute and a half ahead. Holy cow. Down to a minute 15, though. 3 riders behind us. Haig, Williams, Pagana. That would be perfect if those 3 catch us and work with us. Because the 5 of us could then go off and win the race without the others ever catching up. But I do think that it's going to go back to the 17. In the peloton. Oop. Things are splitting off at the moment. Bernal finally takes a turn.
Just 1/3 of the race left to run. Now's not the time to give up watching.
You know, this is actually not much of a valley here, is it? I think we could outclimb the field. We've got 2 minutes almost over the peloton. Kwiatkowski, Landa, and Reggio are all there. So if they come back at us, it's not a big deal. We've got 5 of 17 riders. Okay, Haig's willing to work with us.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
We've dropped 1 rider already. And the peloton's shrinking as well. It's just 11 riders. We're only 40 seconds back.
Might be making too many friends today.
It's actually opening the gap a little bit. So 15 riders behind us. Haig, Pagana hanging with us. We're out to a minute. Down to just Haig. Minute 40. 5K to go to the top. Now it's just 8 riders chasing us. We need to drop Haig, and we have. Slow back down a bit. Okay, I'll take the front. Take the KOMs. Okay, so it's a minute 40 already to Haig. So he's dropping back quick. Now, in the peloton, you got Landa, Reggio, and Kwiatkowski, but Lopez and Moss are there. So, and there's no way to drop them at any point between now and the finish, meaning we have to stay away. That's going to be the really hard thing. We've got to set a pace here that we can manage. It's 2 minutes. Meaning plenty for us to win. Still 1 minute 55. We're going to get a chance to recover on the descent, and then can we stay away on the flat? Now it's only 4 riders chasing. Landa, Lopez, Moss, and Gegenhardt. Now it's just Lopez, Moss, and Gegenhardt. They're the ones we got to watch out for. 20K. Minute 12. The good news is it's only 3 riders chasing 2 riders. So can we outpace them in the final kilometers on the flat? 48 seconds. But look at that recovery. Alright. Time to pick up the pace. We're going to ride at an 82, 10K, 43 seconds. Oh, I'm terrible on the flat. 41 seconds, 7K. 34 seconds, come on.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 5 kilometers road sign.
Okay. 25 seconds, they're getting too close here. What I need from Bernal. $23 seconds.
There we go. The sprint is on. The riders are setting themselves up.
Okay, Bernal setting me up. I got the stage. 40 seconds. Can we stay ahead? It's over half a minute. We did it. Wow, we pulled it off. Yes. Bernal made that possible, though. The team made that possible. And that was the thing. Stage 2, he didn't give me the team. We still finished in 3rd. But for me, that team support element makes this game so much easier. That's why I do so well in career without the best riders. And then I get to that point here in Pro Cyclist mode where I'm the best rider, but I'm still not winning because I lack the team support. And that's why this season, now riding with Ineos, I've got this in the bag. But every once in a while, we get into this weird scenario where it's split team. The leadership is split, and it's not automatic that it's going to be me. And so we're not necessarily winning. But between stage 2 and stage 5, those quick sims established me just to the front of my team. I was on the same time as Reggio and Landa, and that's why I didn't get their support. But Bernal dropped back a little bit. He was down to 10th place or 9th place. And as a result, I get the team leadership of all but a couple of riders, and that was enough. And for me, that was the first time in ages that a World Tour race from far, far out, we go and win this thing. I mean, we end up with a 2-man break for 60 kilometers, something like that. Well, the bulk of it anyway. I mean, we had the 3 guys join us, but we left them behind on the second climb. So, but there it is, stage win, 38-second victory over Gegenhardt, Lopez, and Moss. Landa took 6th, Kwiatkowski took 7th, Reggio took 11th, and there's your final standings. A 16-second victory over Lopez, because I got the 10-second time bonus. Moss, 22 behind. Bernal ended up in 4th place. Landa took 6th with Gegenhardt between. Man, if he was still on Ineos, how much stronger we would be with his inclusion. Or so strong anyway. I mean, it doesn't matter. Even Osorio ended up in 14th place. Same time. After all those climbing stages, he ended up with riders on same time. Points classification, Lopez wins that one. I do claim the KOM comfortably. The under 25s. And we get the team classification by 13 minutes. Nice. That ends up being worth 85 points. Winning the stage, taking the GC, third in the points, KOM, and the young rider. Yeah, another 85 points. Not quite the score that we could have had in some others. So next up on the calendar, Liège-Bastogne-Liège, and then Tour de Romandie. Up after that, I thought for time that we'd have enough time, but Liège-Bastogne-Liège, that's a race you kind of want to get the full thing. It's worth it. And so we're going to go ahead and wait till the next episode to get that one in. So that's going to do it for this one. We know that I'm crushing it in the standings. Double to move on. Jeez. And oh man. Already halfway to the expectation of 5,000 for the season. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. 22 minutes. Bye for now.